What is happening, gang? It's your boy DBGTX, and today we have a video in regards to something very important that's happening. If you are all caught up to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you obviously already know the news at this point that in 2 days, that is right, 2 days, in 2 days, the new JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga will be dropping. Part 9, Jojolands, will be here for our viewing. The first chapter, obviously. Nonetheless, I want to make a video in regards to part 9. That is right, part 9 JoJo coming into JoJo's All-Star Battle War in season 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle War. Now, why do I say season 2 and not season 1 or season 3 or anything like that? Is because originally this video game was based off the manga. That is right. This video game was based off the manga edition of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and not the anime, because at the time when JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle came out, the anime was just around its first 2 arcs. So it was between part 1 and part 2. Now, fast forward that we have obviously 6 parts wrapped up in the book. People are looking forward to Steel Ball Run being animated, which it's a toss up in the air due to contracts with Netflix and the studios only having access to parts 1 through 6, and they didn't have any inclination of pushing forward or pushing part 6. So that's something to keep an eye on if they decide to do part 7, which with all the new 3D techniques and such, which is supposed to be the most difficult portion of the whole thing, is animating horses. There's a possibility that part 7 could be the first full 3D JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and that can sit well or not sit well with everyone who's going to be watching. So it all dependent on who's watching, really, and who's animating the project, who's going to be working on the project to make that particular project stand out versus part 1 through 6. And that could be the determining factor, that 3D, all 3D CGI. But we're not here to talk about part 7. We're here to talk about how Jojolands can introduce part 9 in All-Star Battle War. Now, if you ladies and gentlemen know, we do have JoJo Leon part 8 characters in the game. Part 8, having finished its serializing, means a lot. At this point in season 2, they're going to go ahead and start digging into characters that are from part 7, part 8, and some characters left behind from part 6 and part 5. Now, I don't know if they're going to touch any characters in part 4 anymore, because we have a really good all-star cast of part 4, and we're getting Keicho obviously as one of the DLCs as well. Those are things that I can kind of figure that if they add another part 4 character, it's just to fill out the roster. Nonetheless, part 2 heavily needed Von Stronheim, and that was added to us part of season 1. And part 1, even though we have the 4 main cast characters from part 1, we still, not that it's a general popularity thing, but there's a big possibility that we can get another vampire or something like that from part 1 being added into the roster in season 2 to expand at least part 1. In Jojolands, we have a new character that is going to be completely different. His style is completely different than the other JoJo's. He reminds me of Risotto, to be honest, in a way, with the mix of Gappy and Jonathan from the new art style of Araki, because obviously part 1 through part 3, the Jo Bros were like insanely buff. Nonetheless, the character has this, I don't know, kind of mystical aura where, you know, he knows who he is. Even when I saw Johnny the first time, he never gave me that kind of confidence off of a picture, off of a drawing, off of anything. The same thing with Gappy. Gappy is always giving me this feeling where fuck around and find out, basically. But this guy here, from the pictures that we've been released, as you guys see on screen, he looks like someone who has confidence, someone that knows what he's doing, someone that's been doing something for a while, and that in it of itself has given him that smirk, that confidence that we guys got from that preview. In the game, though, how will he be incorporated is the question. I think that once we have at least 15 chapters out from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Jojolands, we should have at least 3 to 4 techniques for his character. That is right. At least for his character, for his stand, how he's using his stand, so on and so forth. And at that point, what would end up happening is, as the final DLC of Season 2, they're going to go ahead and take all the information that they got from the manga, and they're going to create a single unique character. That is right. He's going to be that unique because he's going to stand out based off the fact that it's a brand new character, never, ever put in any of the JoJo's before. Is gonna have way more different techniques than any JoJo you've seen before. You're not going to be here sitting and saying, oh, there's this stand that looks very similar to let's say Abdal's stand from back in part 3. Now we're seeing this stand that's very similar to that. Steel Ball Run did that because Steel Ball Run is an alternative universe to part 1s through part 3. But I don't feel that Jojolands is going to go in that same direction. What we want to get to is that he will have his own techniques. He will have his own unique things that will come up like every other main cast character in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which will make him stand out from the rest of the characters. Now, will his kit be good at the start? I can't really tell you. For a character that's been put into development based off the manga, there is more than likely a chance that he is going to get the Gappy treatment that Gappy got back in All-Star Battle, where he only gets the first techniques that he gets in the first 20 chapters or something like that, but he doesn't have like the end of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 8 techniques, nor do you have any of the characters from the latter end of JoJo's Part 8. The same thing happens with Part 7. In Part 7, we do have the main characters. We do have Diego. We do have Johnny. We do have Gyro Zappelli. You understand what I'm saying? But we don't have other characters like Cowboy Tim or the Rain Man or even Sound Man or something like that. Those characters that actually would be amazing cast characters in this game are all going to be here in Season 2. But the most important one that you want to discuss and want to talk about, to be brutally honest, is going to be the new JoJo. And that guy right there is coming. I am guaranteeing right here in this video that that new JoJo will be in JoJo's All-Star Battle R by the end of Season 2 as something to make every single JoJo fan that is out there, whether you're reading the anime or watching the manga, hop back into JoJo's All-Star Battle R just to see how this character is. And I think that that's the direction that All-Star Battle should go. Season 2 being characters that fill out the roster for the parts that are needed, and then giving us that one special character that we are all craving. That is right. Not a guest character, not someone that, oh, D4C or something like that. No, I'm talking about, like, I want Jojolands. That's what I want. I want the first character from Jojoland, the main character from Jojoland, to be here. Johnny Rabbit. He's nicknamed the Rabbit. But I definitely want that. That's what I want. I think that that's what's going to happen. I think that that's my prediction going forward in regards for a Season 2 pass. And if you guys don't think that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure deserves a Season 2 pass, let me know in the comment section. I really do believe that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has exceeded expectations for everyone, including the actual producers who knew that the game coming out was going to come out on the wrong foot with its delayed base netcode and whatnot, but they still put a lot of emphasis into making this game one of the best and most talked about games in 2022 when it came out. Nominated for Video Game of the Year in regards to fighting games, has had a good crowd come back in. The Xbox version now is on Game Pass because the Xbox version was terrible. Was terrible at first. The Xbox version was terrible at first. So now they're giving the Xbox people basically free play, so that way they can test the game, enjoy the game, see how the game is. Almost a la Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Battle for the Grid. Ultimately, that's where I want to end this video. I think that Johnny Rabbit is coming to JoJo's All-Star Battle R at the end of season 2, including a slew of cast characters from from part 7 and part 8, and then we're getting a few more characters to round out part 1, with the final cast character being, of course, Johnny Rabbit or Jojolands MC. If you guys think that that's it, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, though. Have a different set of characters that you may think will be rolling out, and I would like to hear that opinion in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about my prediction in regards to Jojolands coming to All-Star Battle R, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Holla at the boy, and I'll see you later. Peace out.